In this video, we will learn about mechanism of photosynthesis. The mesophyll cells in a leaf are the main centers of photosynthesis. During daytime, when the sunlight falls on leaves, the solar energy is trapped by chlorophyll molecules in the mesophyll cells. This trapped energy is utilized for synthesis of organic compounds, that is glucose, using carbon dioxide and water. Oxygen is produced as a byproduct and it diffuses out in the atmosphere through stomata. First, let's understand about light phase or Hill's reaction. This is a photochemical phase of photosynthesis and it is light dependent reaction and occurs in the thylakoids of grana in chloroplast. So we have seen certain disc shaped structure. These are thylakoids, and when thylakoids are stacked one above another, they are going to form grana. So this light reaction will take place in this grana. Light initiates following reaction in quick succession. Step 1. Excitation of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll absorbs light energy in the form of photons. Photon is the smallest unit of light energy and becomes activated or excited. Second step is photolysis of water. Photo is related to sun and lysis means breakdown. So the light energy absorbed by chlorophyll splits water into hydrogen and oxygen and releases electrons. This is called as photolysis of water. Here we can observe the reaction. So here we have two water molecules and they are taking up the light energy and splitting into four hydrogen ions, two oxygen atoms and four electrons. The oxygen evolved during photolysis of water is released as molecular oxygen. So these two oxygen atoms are combining to form molecular oxygen and this is released out with the help of stomata. Third step is photophosphorylation, that is formation of ATP from ADP. The energy-rich electrons released during photolysis of water are used in the synthesis of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, from ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, and inorganic phosphate, that is PI. Here we can observe the phosphorylation reaction. So this is ADP and inorganic phosphate which combines to form ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Step 4 is reduction of NADP to NADPH. Hydrogen ions released in photolysis of water reduce NADP, that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, to NADPH, that is reduced form of NADP. Here we can observe the production of reducing agent. So NADP combines with one electron and hydrogen ion to form NADPH. The second phase is called as dark phase or Blackman's reaction or Calvin-Benson cycle. This is biosynthetic phase of photosynthesis and it is also called as dark reaction or light independent reaction. It occurs in stroma of chloroplast and during this phase carbon dioxide fixation occurs and carbohydrate, that is glucose, is synthesized. These reactions were discovered by Melvin Calvin and Andy Benson. Therefore, the biosynthetic phase is also called as Calvin-Benson cycle. The first step of Calvin-Benson cycle is fixation of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide enters Calvin-Benson cycle through a special carbon dioxide acceptor compound called ribulose bisphosphate RUBP. It is catalyzed by enzyme Rubisco, that is ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase. Molecules of ATP and NADPH are produced during light reaction which provide energy needed to fix the carbon dioxide. Second step is formation of sugar. Hydrogen from NADPH combines with carbon dioxide producing glucose. The overall summary of chemical reactions can be represented as follows: 6 RUBP plus 6 CO2 plus 18 ATP plus 12 NADPH plus 12 hydrogen ions gives 6 RUBP C6H12O6, that is glucose, plus 18 inorganic phosphate plus 18 ADP plus 12 NADP plus 6 H2O. The third step is regeneration of RUBP. Ribulose bisphosphate is regenerated to start Kelvin-Benzene cycle again and again. The dark reaction occurs simultaneously with the light reaction. The time gap between the two reactions is less than even 1,000 of a second. Here we have the diagrammatic representation of Kelvin-Benzene cycle. We can observe that 6 carbon dioxide molecules are getting converted into glucose molecule, that is the sugar, and in the process we observe that 12 NADPH are converted into 12 NADP. We also observe that RUBP is getting regenerated. Here we have the diagrammatic representation of entire mechanism of photosynthesis. So this is light energy and this is chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast we have structure called as grana, and this disc shaped structure is called as thylakoid. This thylakoid is the place where light reaction takes place. In light reaction, there is photolysis of water, in which water molecule is broken down into electron, hydrogen ions and oxygen. Light reaction leads to the formation of ATP and NADPH, and these ATP and NADPH are used in the dark reaction, that is Kelvin-Benzene cycle. This Kelvin-Benzene cycle takes place in stroma region of chloroplast, and here we can observe that carbon dioxide is getting converted into sugar, that is glucose. I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you.